Welcome everybody to another video of Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and today is Michael Jackson's birthday. Well, the album Thriller is, and I'm gonna go talk about this and some other things regarding Michael Jackson and the whole mania actually. And this will include other records that he was a part of after conquering with Billie Jean. So before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, share this video, and if you still haven't, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And with that out of the way, yes. So Thriller came out in '82. I was 12 years old, and the leading single, it was with Paul McCartney, and it didn't really set the world on fire, really. I mean, I think Michael was thinking, hey, I'm gonna have a Beatle on here on the opening single, maybe that would, ignite something, but I don't really feel like it did. However, when he performed Billie Jean on Motown 25, the special, and I mean, I went to school the next day. That's only thing that people were talking about was Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk, and the video was being played with where he's walking around on the sidewalk, and it's all lighting up and everything, and really cool video. And then he just kept going with Beat It, right? And he started making these cool videos on MTV, and that one he had the jacket with the zippers on it, and there were kids at school wearing that, and it was going crazy. And some would even have the glove. I guess you just really had to be there to witness this. However, though, even though he had these songs, I mean, this campaign for this album, he'd just be having 7 singles, which would extend to the next year. But on top of that, like even in '83, when he would start having other, Thriller, of course, that was the big video. I mean, it was a cinematic little short film that he put together with John Landis, who made the film, I believe, Animal House and Trading Places, that director. So yeah, he directed Thriller, and it was unlike anything you've ever seen at the time. There was dialogue. It was like watching a movie. Then he sold a home video and the making of Thriller, and there's some other, Michael Jackson videos in there, along with his brothers, Can You Feel It? And, it was just Michael. But what else he did, he would put out songs like, he would be a guest on other people's songs. So he would put out, this is a Rockwell 12-inch single of Somebody's Watching Me, so he was background singer on this, and that would be played all the time, so you always heard his voice. Michael was always there. In '83, he returned the favor. Here's a 12-inch of Say Say Say. Little promo here, so it's Paul McCartney. So he's on Paul McCartney's album, right? And Say 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 was a big success. And while his album is just putting out other singles like Human Nature and PYT, Wanna Be Starting Something. I remember we would all sing that song. It's like Mama Say, Mama Sa, Makusa, not knowing what it meant. But we said it anyway. So, yes, this album was pretty much the blueprint on how to make a great album. And Def Leppard pretty much said, you know what, we're going to make an album like Thriller, right? That's pretty bold. Where, Joe Elliott was saying, yeah, we just got to make a song that sounds like a greatest hits, like have a lot of singles in it. And they did pull it off with Hysteria, but, that was because it was this album that they were getting the idea from. So, all this stuff, all these songs, him being a guest on other kinds of projects, whether it was Rockwell and everything, and then it still just put him over to this album, with his brothers. And so, You know, then this one's the one with Mick Jagger, State of Shock, and Torture was on here, and they toured, and you know, the whole Pepsi thing. So that this Michael Jackson just pretty much never left. I don't think people understand right when he came into this, you know, and destroyed everybody with the Motown 25 performance. He just pretty much became a household name. He would never leave your TV. He would be on the radio, whether it's on someone else's song, a Rockwell song, or more singles, and you know, it was insane. It was crazy, and it all started from this 40 years ago, and all-time selling 40 million copies. That's crazy, and it is an album I think that is worthy of having in your collection. You know, I don't know anyone who doesn't have it already. That's for one thing, but perhaps, you know, younger people, you know, still who don't understand the magnitude of this, and you know, if they weren't there, I mean, it's hard to imagine. It's just like when I was a kid and just watching Mania, you know, and people going crazy and you know, and just running after them and everything like that. And it was sort of like that with Michael Jackson back in the 80s and around this time. You know, it was yeah, it was pretty insane for him. So and just to be around that time and to witness something like that. So what are your thoughts on Michael Jackson's Thriller turning 40 years old? What kind of memories do you got? I mean, you couldn't escape this album anywhere. You know, you go to the roller ring, you go to, you know, a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, Pizza Time Theater, and this album is on. It's just like, it was just everywhere. So, but that's not a bad thing. 40 years old, Thriller. With that, I'll shut up and I'll see you guys in the next video.